And good evening, everybody. We are coming to you live from Kinnett Stadium in North Columbus. It's the Thursday night football game brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Kinetic Credit Union, the Houston Clinic, and Coca-Cola. It's Mike Frost. It's Richard Holdridge on the call. It's Columbus, Sumter County. And Mike, this is at the goal line by Alex Brown. He is at the 20, gets a block, and he breaks tackle. He's at the 30. Brown's at the 40, the 50, the 40, the 30. No one's going to catch him. 10-5 touchdown. And within 15 seconds, Sumter County takes a 6-0 lead over Columbus.
Yeah, the 6 foot 155 sophomore found a seam on the left-hand side. Was able to have a couple blocks. He got picked up, waited, a little bit of delay there, got to the sideline, took off. Nobody for the Blue Devils is going to catch up with him.
Yeah, and this Sumter County team coming in with an 8-1 record. They're one of the top teams in 2A out of Americus. Their only loss was an 8-7 loss to Carver. You were there for that game, Mike. You know how tough and physical this Sumter County team is. And, of course, they are trying to fight for a home playoff spot as they want to try to get second place in this region so they could be at home as the kick is up, and it's good. So 7-0 is your score to start the first quarter. Sumter County leading Columbus. We're going to go ahead and keep it here, Mike, because we want to talk about this Columbus Blue Devils team led by Coach Robert Peters, having one of their best. Well, they didn't play a tough schedule, but they still won 7 games, and that is a huge accomplishment, especially for the Columbus Blue Devils.
Oh, yeah, and I believe like with AA now, the way they've done it now, I believe AA is rankings as far as playoffs go.
Yes, power rankings.
So right now, Columbus, looking at it earlier, they're 17th in the state. So a win here could bump them into a home playoff despite where they finish off in the region standings. But doesn't look like it's too great of a chance right now unless they can come back, get a kick return here, take it back down on the end zone and get another score here to tie it back up.
And back to return this kick, we've got Andrew Smith, we've got Rayshawn Glover, and we also got Landon Feggins. Feggins is going to take it at the 8. Feggins is at the 20, and he gets taken down. What a play by number 44 on the tackle, and that is Kyron Davis, and Columbus is going to start at the 20.
Yeah, let's see what they got going on here. You know, they're more of a run-oriented offense, even though they line up in the gun, more of an option kind of RPO-type style. Smith has about 485 yards passing on the season, 396 rushing, but most of their yards, 1,500 yards rushing as a team ain't too bad 9 games in.
Yeah, Andrew Smith, a dual-threat quarterback, but also plays special teams, plays on the defense. And he's got a pretty good tandem of running backs as well, including Michael Fox, Grant Geringer, and Rayshawn Glover. Handoff is to Fox, and Fox is going nowhere. A wall of white jerseys by Sumter County. Possibly could have lost a yard on the play. He'll bring up second down.
Yeah, he's going to lose 2 there. The key part here for Columbus, if they're going to want to score, Sumter County's defense is senior laden as far as experience goes, strength, speed. It's going to be tough, but Columbus is going to have to make sure they put a hat on that offensive line, try to move that line of scrimmage because Sumter County comes after the ball. We saw that. They held Carver to 8 points when they played them down there at home. So,
yeah, no question. 2nd and 12. Smith's going to take it himself, and that is another wall. He tried to go up the middle with it, and that's going to possibly be another loss of a yard on the play. I'll bring it up 3rd and 13. Yeah, he lost actually 2 yards. It's going to bring it up 3rd and 14.
Yeah, and right now with Sumter County, as far as plugging up the middle, Jamichael Solomon, the 5'10" junior right there at nose, that's 2 plays in a row. He's been able to stuff the center and be able to make a play in the backfield. Let his guys come around there, the linebackers shoot up and get gaps and make the tackle.
As we're live here from Kinnett, it's senior night for the Columbus Blue Devils as the seniors were honored at pregame. This is going to be a 3rd and 13. Smith rolls to his right, throws. That is going to be caught past the marker. What a catch by Gavin Brown for a Columbus first down.
Oh, yeah, that was beautiful. Actually, that was Rayshawn Glover.
Rayshawn Glover.
Yeah, the only reason I knew that is because Gavin Brown got hurt during the Hardaway game.
You know, a good call there. I thought it was a 5. That actually was a 6.
Yeah, and that was
Rayshawn Glover.
To be able to hold on to that reception in general, just to get hit in the backside like that and be able to hold to the ball is a great play. Big play that they needed from the sophomore wide receiver. Keep this drive going on 3rd and 13.
Yeah, Columbus feels they need more of that Andrew Smith magic. We saw glimpses of it in the Spencer game last week. The handoff is to Glover. Oh, Glover gets clotheslined by number 1, Kendall Thomas, and Alex Brown, who had the touchdown, also in on the tackle.
Yeah, that was good one. A great hit to end that one up, but a good thing for Columbus with first down play. You get 5 yards, you get to move up. You know, you want to stay ahead of the sticks on this right here, especially with a defense like Sumter County has. So good first play right there with a little counter out of the wing.
Andrew Furtick is lined up to the near side. A bunch formation. Andrew Smith in the shotgun. And the play fake, he's going to take it himself. And that room that collapsed. It looked like he had room on that outside, but the speed of the Sumter County linebackers closed in on a hurry.
Yeah, it looked like there was a little bit of confusion on the offensive front. The only person who thought the play was starting was the center. But a little bit of a busted play. He was able to, not make it too bad of a loss. They lost 2 on that one, but still sets them up 3rd and 7, better position than it was last chain.
Let's see if this is a passing play for Columbus. 3rd and 7, Smith in the shotgun. Play fake, rolls to the right. He's got blockers. Throws, almost intercepted. That's going to bring up 4th down. That was number 23. Almost picked it off, Malik Paul, freshman. And Sumter County defense able to stop Columbus on their first possession, and the Blue Devils are going to have to punt the football away.
Yeah, they look so far. I mean, you look at the way the offense went for Columbus's first drive. Even though it is early, you notice that the run game's really not going to be something that's going to keep you in this ball game right now. You're going to have to throw it, get Smith on the outside, rolling out in the field to throw.
Line drive punt, and back to receive it is Jaquavius McKenzie. They're going to let it bounce. That's going to take a friendly roll, and it goes all the way to the 14-yard line. A pretty decent punt by number 14, Zach Wampler. So Columbus does flip the field, but now we're going to get an opportunity to see Sumter County and their dual-threat quarterback, Ishmael Jones, who's had a phenomenal season so far for the Panthers.
Oh, yeah, he's electric out of the backfield for Sumter County, America's.
It's okay. We'll probably say that a couple times tonight.
I mean, he's got 1,100 yards passing this year and 18 touchdowns. So he's not just a running guy. Like you said, he's dual threat.
And Jones is going to pass. He's just going to let one fly on the first play. And he's got a man, Jaquez Dice. He's at the 30, the 20. He's got blockers. 5, and he's into the end zone for a Sumter County touchdown. One play, and that was an 84-yard strike to the receiver, Jaquez Dice, for the touchdown.
Yeah, you look at the speed from the junior, 5'6", 145. If it could have been worse because he was already beating the defenders back there. We had to wait on the ball. He was still so far behind the defenders. He was able to wait on it, still get downfield. Let a couple blocks get. Great throw by Jones, a little underthrown, but he knew where to go with it before he even got the snap.
All right, the point after try. Oh, it's a bad snap. And falling on the football, and the try is going to be no good. As trying to go for that was number 90, Alan Gonzalez, but it was just a high snap. And so with 8:01 left to go here in the first, Sumter County leads Columbus 13-0. We'll step aside and we'll take a break as you're watching Thursday night high school football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Welcome back here to Kinnett Stadium. Mike Frost, Richard Holdridge. It's Thursday night football. It's Columbus. It's Sumter County. It's the last week of the regular season. It'll be the last Thursday night football game that we do. And I tell you, it's been a huge success.
Oh, yeah. I've had a blast working with y'all this fall.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it really has been fun, and we're glad that you're able to join us this year. For your first year at Georgia Alabama Sports Live, it's been a huge success. Taken by Rayshon Glover at the 3. Glover's got some speed, but he cannot get past the 20, and that Columbus offense is going to start at the 18-yard line. They did have the 1 first down. They got it to the 30. They did flip the field, but it didn't matter because you had Ishmael Jones battle up with Jaquez Dice for a long touchdown pass, and it is 13-0. Sumter County out in front.
Oh, yeah, quick. Yeah, the opening kickoff taken back for Sumter County, and then one play on offense, 80-plus yards for a touchdown. So they've earned one play on offense.
Yeah, pretty much 13. Just one play.
Yep.
All right, Andrew Smith. He's got a wide receiver to the far side. And the handoff is to Grant Garinger. Garinger gets a block, spin move, and a good run by Grant Garinger, who was the leading rusher on last year's team. It gets to about the 26-yard line, and that will bring it up a second down in about, we'll say, 4.
Yeah, that was a good 7-yard gain there. He's averaging 5 yards a run this season, so he runs tough. He's not the fastest one. He's not, Fox is more their speed guy. He's kind of more the thunderback for Columbus.
It was a good run by Grant Garinger. Picked up 7. It's a second down and 3. Smith. And hold the phone, everybody.
Yeah, I believe we're going to get an offsides. The guy on the edge come up on the blitz and kind of jumped into the neutral zone before the snap. So that'll be a first down for Columbus, 5 yards.
Yeah, Sumter County, just a play that is going to give Columbus the first down. We would like to welcome our audience watching us from Americus, Georgia, where Sumter County. Okay, so they used to be called, was it 2 high schools? Americus and then Americus Sumter, and then they became Sumter County. And I know you know that their fans are passionate because you were down there for that Carver-Sumter County game.
Oh, yeah, that was a great atmosphere down there. I mean, you couldn't. No matter what the score was going to be that game, you could say just the energy was palpable down there.
The ball came out. It looks like it's going to be a scoop and score. The play is not dead. Aaron Curse, the all-state, all-world linebacker with the scoop and score, and that is definitely not what Columbus wanted to happen.
No, I mean, they already gave up 2 quick scores between a kick return, and an offensive play. Now to give up a scoop and score, I mean, it's 19-0, and we're not even halfway through the first quarter yet. Sumter County, I talked to Coach Will Rogers before the game. He said our intention every game this year is to come out fast and come out and hit people and demoralize them off the rip, and that's what they're doing right now.
That's exactly what they've done to all the teams in this region minus Carver.
Yeah.
They have scored over 50 points in every ball game.
And Coach Will Rogers has done an amazing job at Sumter County. We were talking before the game. I mean, he got hired in 2023. They won their first playoff game, I believe, last year in a long time. They were 1-9 for 3 straight seasons before he got there. 3 seasons turnaround. Now they're going to probably finish this season 9-1, getting ready to go with a home playoff game in the first round. So it's a great job by him out there at Sumter County.
Yeah, and the latest bracketology had them at about a 9 seed, an 8 seed. I don't know if they do the overall rankings. If you win the region, you automatically get an 8 seed or higher.
I believe that's how it goes. Cause I think they're the highest ranked.
The highest ranked. If you don't win the region, the highest ranked you have is 9.
Yeah,
I believe. So Sumter County is the highest ranked non-region opponent in 2A.
Yeah, because otherwise, if it wasn't for that, I mean, they're a top 5 team in the state in AA.
Oh, no question.
I mean, to go up against Carver in what was a mud bowl down there with that storm that night and really go toe-to-toe with them the whole game, I mean, they've shown that this team right here isn't just here just to make the playoffs. They're here to try to win it all.
Well, when I was watching that game, we said on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live show, we could possibly see Carver and Sumter in the playoffs.
Oh, exactly. I believe so. I believe they're both going to get through it.
Like, they could end up beating each other.
Uh-huh.
All right, the kickoff is by Zach Wampner. And actually, nope, that is number 44. That is Ryan Miller. So this will be the 3rd possession for the Columbus Blue Devils, trailing now 20-0. And, Mike, they're going to have some work to do right here. They're going to have to cut on the turnovers. They're going to have to move the football. Don't make the big mistake. Well, let's see what Coach Peters and the Columbus Blue Devils can do on this 3rd possession.
Yeah, right now it's about clock. You want to hold on to it because you've given Sumter County too much.
Whoa. Kendall Thomas was the first one in on that play, but bouncing around like a pinball, Rayshon Glover might have got a yard on the play.
Yeah, that was a tough run right there. He went up the middle trying to get a couple, and he got stopped immediately. Those kids, I'm telling you, the Sumter County defense, they're fun to watch because, I mean, we've seen Carver and we've seen Sumter. They're both 50-plus point a game teams, and to go 8-7 that game, that was just a lot of hits going on that night.
Smith rolls to the right. He's going to throw it away as there's coverage downfield. That Sumter County defense applying the pressure. It's going to bring up third down.
Yeah, it looked like he was wanting to try to go deep there for Malachi Moore, unable to get free. As Austin Davis was back there, able to keep him under wraps the whole time, just ran with him the whole way downfield. And he was the only downfield receiver that Columbus had on that play.
All right, Andrew Smith's going to spread it out. He's got 5 wide receivers, empty backfield. 3-step drop, feels the pressure, rolls to his left, and he's going to take off with it. He does have room. He gets to the 40, and he's got himself a first down. And where was the QB spy on that play by Sumter County? There is a flag, but that play was broken down it was just coverage, but there was no QB spy for Andrew Smith.
No, there wasn't. Nobody was out there. I mean, and he's known for being able to do it. We've seen him do that a couple times this year. The play breaks down. He can take off. He can run. You're going to see what this flag is.
Might be coming back.
Yeah, I was going to see if it was a block in the back downfield possibly. Either way, it could probably still be a first down. They might just move it back from that point 10 yards since it was already a first down.
And it's on Columbus. Well, I don't see the marker changing.
No, me neither.
I think it's still going to be third down. The scoreboard says 1st and 10, but they haven't reset it.
Yeah, it might still be third down. I think that was a 15. It looks like a 15-yard block in the back there. Huge. Sets him back to the 28-yard line. So now it's going to be, let's see where they set the chains.
That penalty wiped out a huge chunk play by Columbus.
Yeah, and I was expecting a draw when they went 5 wide because unless they had somebody, I was thinking, with Smith's ability to run, it wasn't a draw play, but his scrambling ability got him the first down. But unfortunately, that block in the back set it back again. So.
Yeah, and the play was designed, he wanted to try to maybe get a quick slant. There was coverage. And Sumter County brought the pressure. He rolls to his left, and he found an open crease and was able to pick up the first down. But unfortunately, that block in the back wiped out a first down by Columbus.
Yeah, and right now you've got 2 guys that love to pin their ears back for Sumter County, and Jaquavius McKenzie and James Harper. So let's see if they try to chase down Smith on this one.
Yeah, Sumter County definitely has dudes on their squad. As Smith rolls to the right, he gets chased. He's got to get rid of it, and that was thrown in the area of Rayshon Glover. I thought he was trying to get rid of it, but he was hoping maybe for a pass interference. That was not catchable, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, it was good coverage down there. I thought he was going to try to throw it out. Oh, it looked like actually second down.
Yeah, it is second down. Okay.
So they did go first down.
They forgot to change the marker back, so.
So I guess that was a first down play, and then the block in the back or possibly a personal foul caused it to go back. So now that we figured that out.
Yeah, sometimes we just got to keep our eye on that first down marker. 2nd and 10. Play fake, and there's a nice run to Rayshon Glover. He's at the 40. Glover is at the 50, and he's in Sumter County territory. And the biggest play of the game for the Blue Devils is Rayshon Glover.
Yeah, they went back to that one run play that worked well for them was that little counter on the wing, and Glover is able to get by there. The defense went left thinking they were going that way. He countered back. Left.
Great play call by Coach Peters. The play fake, it looked like Geringer had the football, and the counter to Rayshon Glover. And the ball is in Sumter County territory. Ball is at the 47-yard line. Smith, another play fake, handoff to Geringer. Geringer makes a cut. Geringer, missed tackle by Sumter. He is at the 40. A good run play on first down.
A nice little 7-yard gain there on the outside. He's not the greatest speed-wise, but he's able to use his little bit of shiftiness and try to get outside and miss a tackle or two. sets them up in good field position right here. Actually, it's going to be 2nd and 4, so about a 6-yard gain for Garinger on that.
It was a good run as Austin Davis on the tackle for Sumter County. Smith, little bubble screen to Glover. Glover trying to get blockers. He's close to the marker.
Yeah, he may have gotten just past the 42, and that's what they're going to say now. They're moving the chain.
And that is going to be enough for a first down. Good play call.
Oh, the only thing you want to see that throw be a little bit quicker out there. It kind of floated a little bit, gave the defense time to react. Otherwise, I believe Glover would have had more room to run there and try to make a big play. But they're starting to move the ball. That's what they want to do. It's going to take spreading out and a little bit of catching Sumter County off guard.
And the handoff is to Garinger. Garinger now gets taken down for a loss on the play. That's Aaron Curse, who he's already got the scoop and score. He's got a tackle for loss. We're starting to see one of the top defensive players in the state showing up and showing out in this game.
Oh, yeah, he's a tough one. I mean, at 6'1", 196, that's a senior. He's just a built all-around athlete, and he goes out there and he's 110 the whole game. And this defense, I mean, just that front 7 alone is dangerous for Sumter County.
2nd down and 12 as the ball is placed on the 39-yard line. Smith, handoff is to Glover, and a big run. It goes all the way to the 25-yard line, and that's going to be a first down for Columbus. Great play call on the draw on the 2nd and 12.
Yeah, they're starting to mix it up a little bit because they're seeing Sumter County's bringing up the edges last second, and they're trying to crash down the edge. So what they're doing is they're trying to catch them a little bit off guard, a little bit of, crossing up here and there, a little bit of off formations, and then they're just giving it up the middle. He was able to find a little seam and get up there.
Ball at the 26-yard line. Smith, play fake, rolls to his left. Smith is not going to get much on the play. He's trying to go to the outside. And I'll bring up 2nd down. He might have got a yard, but there is a flag on the play.
And it looked like it was a busted play as well. Like he wanted to do the option, but he didn't see his back, so he just kind of stopped.
Let's see. It's going to be a legal shift on Columbus. So if you're Sumter County, you take the 5 yards or you decline the penalty because you had probably got a loss on the play. You could either have a 2nd and 12 or a 1st and 15.
Yeah, I believe he's going to take it with the way that Columbus has been able to actually move the ball on this drive. It's their first real successful drive of the game right now. And, I mean, he's probably like, all right, let's set them on back, make them have to get 15 instead of 12 or 11.
And guess what? Columbus is in Legatron's field goal range.
That's true.
So I'm telling you, we could possibly see Isaiah Virgil kick a 50-yard field goal if they can't get any more yardage. Smith feeling the pressure. He's going to take off, and there he goes, and he goes out of bounds. And I'm not sure if he got a whole lot back. He might have gotten some of that yardage back.
Yeah, I believe he got 3 on that one.
Yeah, he got some of it, so now it's 2nd and 12. So it would be the equivalent of Sumter County declining the penalty.
Yeah, and Smith's one of those ones with that tricky speed. He doesn't look like he's moving that fast whenever he's running, but he's got that long gait, and he's able to kind of elude these defenders when you think he's about to get hit, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, he just turns a corner and gets a couple more yards, makes something out of nothing.
Smith in the shotgun. Man in motion, and the give is to Glover. Glover with a cut, gets a block, gets taken down at the 21-yard line, and a big tackle by Donovan Minter, the senior linebacker who just laid the boom on him. He's just like, you know what, that's just the way I'm going to tackle. I'm just going to just enforce my will upon him, and he's just going to go down.
Yeah, it's one of those things you watch him kind of that form tackling, using your legs to explode. And that's exactly what he did, and just took him out into the sideline. Columbus was able to get it down. Now 3rd and 5 here, so it's a manageable 3rd down play for the offense.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if this is going to be 4-down territory for the Blue Devils.
I would assume.
Oh, the play fake. Glover, he's got a cut. His spin move, and he gets to the 15-yard line. And that's going to be a Columbus first down. What a play by Rayshon Glover, once again with a big run to move the chains.
And Columbus showing that even with that quick 20 points American Sumter put up, it's not slowing down. Their heads aren't hanging down. That's one of the things Sumter County comes in, that's their intention, is to make the other team's head hang down quick. You thought that was what would have happened, 20-0. Columbus showing, we're not ready to do that just yet.
All right, it's a 1st down and 10. Smith, play fake, and the give is to Rayshawn Glover, and he gets taken out of bounds. Yeah, Rayshawn Glover has got the majority of the carries on this drive. Andrew Smith trusts him. I mean, you've got Grant Garinger, you got Mike Fox, but these misdirection plays is fooling this Sumter County defense.
Yeah, and you got to admit it's a great job on the outside. These kind of plays don't work unless you have receivers that block. And Will Seals is out there holding down, at least keeping the corner blocked for just long enough to give Glover time to run the ball.
Well, we've played one so far here at Kinnett Stadium, and Sumter County, as we do have an injured player, the Jack Houston Memorial injury timeout. That's Jamichael Solomon for the Panthers. But we played one quarter. We'll go ahead and switch sides of the football field, and we'll start the second quarter as Sumter County leads Columbus 20-0 as you're watching Thursday night high school football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
And welcome back here to Kinnett Stadium. It's Sumter County, Columbus. Sumter County leading 20-0. Columbus is on a drive here at the 10-yard line, a 2nd down and 5. And they got to cash in here, Mike. They got to get points.
Oh, exactly. You want to come down here. I don't think you want to come away with 3 either. You want to put this thing in the end zone.
Field goals will not do here as Smith gets a block and really going nowhere on that play. And that Sumter County defense, they figured out that play, and they just had gang tackling over on that left side and might have got a yard, but it'll bring up a 3rd down. Yeah, I think this is going to be 4-down territory. I mean, you could easily get 3 points. Isaiah Virgil could come out and get you 3 points, but you want to come up with a touchdown on this drive. But Columbus just wants to try to get points. They did not score a single point last week against Spencer, and they want to just come out and, if anything, just giving them confidence.
And what's worked for them this drive is misdirection because Sumter's strong, fast, and they flow hard. So,
yeah, the handoff is to Rayshawn Glover. And, he gets body slammed by number 54 on that play. That's Jamichael Solomon, who was back in after the injury.
Yeah, he's had a couple big plays on the front. I mean, at 5'10", you don't know about the size-wise on that one, but at 270, he is strong. He's one of those kids you call farmer strong down there in Sumter County, and he mollywops front offensive linemen.
And we have a Jack Houston Memorial injury timeout, as that is going to be a personal foul on Sumter County, which is going to give Columbus an automatic 1st down, I believe. I don't know about the high school rules, but we'll step aside as it's 20-0, but Columbus moving the football. We'll be back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Glenn Smith Truck Month is here. Get massive savings on GMC Sierras and Canyons. Check them out. Full-size GMC Sierras up to $14,500 off. GMC Canyons up to $5,000 off. Or take advantage of 0% financing, plus no payments until next year. At Glenn Smith GMC Opelika. Now in our 33rd year. Get ready to smile.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
All right, it's a 1st and goal for Columbus. Smith trying to get to the goal line, and he gets stopped right at the 2-yard line, as that injured player was Rayshawn Glover. And hopefully he is going to be okay. I don't see him out there. He's right there on the bench. They're going to take a look at him. If Glover can't go, that is a huge loss for Columbus.
Oh yeah, he's been their offense right now as far as moving the ball consistently.
Here we go, direct snap. Smith trying to get to the goal line and may have gotten a yard. I tell you that Sumter County defense, they just building a wall. Mike, you ever see the movie Facing the Giants?
Yeah.
Remember,
Oh, yeah.
I need you to build me a stone wall.
Yeah.
That's the Sumter County defense.
Oh, yeah, they're plugging right now, and really without Glover in the game, they only have one person to worry about down here, and it's Smith. So they're not looking. So it's going to take misdirection. They're going to have to find Garinger somehow, maybe find like a little misdirection play, get them to the outside, because right now they're crashing in.
All right, Smith, he's going to roll to the left, and that play did not go anywhere. He was trying to get some misdirection. Donovan Minter, another big tackle for Sumter County.
Yeah, these guys on the outside, that second level of the defense for Sumter County, especially those linebackers, they fly. And right now they're getting upfield. As soon as they see where the ball's going, they're coming upfield to make a big hit.
I think right now you need to try to get a passing play. With Rayshawn Glover, I don't see him on the bench anymore. Is he back in the game?
Oh, I didn't see him pop up. He may.
Yeah. Their play got busted. And that is going to be a turnover on downs. And who else but Donovan Minter on the tackle. I thought that they might have snapped it a little too early.
Yeah,
they might have called for maybe a false start.
Now, it's the second time so far this game where the center snapped it before the quarterback's ready. Nobody, you can tell because when the whole offensive line, nobody moves. And the center snapped the ball. Nobody was ready for it. Caused them to lose 10 on 4th and goal from the 5. So
huge play by the Sumter County defense.
Yeah, it's a bad spot to make a mistake. You had 1st and goal after the personal foul. A couple of plays didn't go anywhere. Then you back it up with a mistake. And
yeah, if you're Columbus, you've got to be disappointed in yourself that you did not come up with any points. All right, here comes the handoff. Oh, what a big hole there by Joseph DeCero. Or no, that's Aaron Curse, the talented linebacker who's in on the carry and a big run.
yeah, two-way stars. Both these schools being AA schools, you're going to see a lot of two-way players. Curse is one of them. He's just one of the ones that shine on both sides of the ball.
Well, he is definitely a tremendous athlete. We do have another game here in town, down at Otis Spencer Stadium. Carver and Kendrick are playing. There's a little bubble screen. Jones in the pass to Glendon Hill for a couple of yards on the play.
A little mixing it up there, a little bit of a passing. You know, I believe this is the first drive Sumter County's had so far this game. They had that one play touchdown. They've got a scoop and score.
Just the one play. Yeah.
So it's the first drive they've actually had the entire game.
And by the way, Carver does lead Kendrick 21-0 in the first quarter. Jones, play fake. He finds a hole. And he is going to take off and gets close to the markers. Mike Fox on the stop there for Columbus. Yeah, this Ishmael Jones, a dual threat quarterback. There was nobody open. He just takes off. And he's a physical quarterback as well. He stands well. He's 5'10", 150, but he does not look 5'10", 150. He looks a little bit more with a physical presence.
Yeah, he plays a lot bigger than that.
Yeah, I'm looking at him right now. There's no way he's 5'10". Jones, handoff. Oh, what a cut. An open hole there for number 22. He's at the 20, the 10, the 5, and Quayshawn Tatum is in the end zone for a Sumter County touchdown.
That was straight blazing speed. Now there's going to be a flag in there for a personal foul. like for a little excessive celebration, I was saying.
Yeah, the touchdown is going to count.
But still, I mean, he took off down the field. They've got him listed 5'3", 141. I don't know if he's more like a Darren Sproles type of back, but the way he took off downfield, it was like as soon as he got it, you're like, okay, he's gone. That's it.
Well, the momentum has definitely shifted to Sumter County. It looked like Columbus was going to get on the scoreboard. Now we got a different ball game. It could have been 20-7, and now it's an extra point away from being 27-0.
Yeah, Sumter County came out, and like I said, like Will Rogers, they're pretty much doing what he said he wanted to do so far this game, and they've come out tough and playing hard on defense and big plays on offense.
And the kick is good, so with 7:02 left to go in the half, it is all Sumter County, 27-0. We'll go ahead and step aside here as you're watching Thursday Night High School Football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Vision's morning show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Vision's morning show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Vision's morning show, and download the Sports Vision's radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Today, it's scoreless right now as we're watching it on our phone.
I guess they wanted to make sure they were able to go trick-or-treating.
They wanted to go
tomorrow
trick-or-treating
night.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think that's what that was. By the way, LaGrange taking on Upson Lee tonight at Callaway Stadium. As Smith has got it. Columbus is going to get great field position here as Smith is at the 39-yard line. It wasn't a big kick. Smith was able to return, and he got some yardage on the kick.
Yeah, look.
You're going to be up at Callaway Stadium for a huge matchup, Troup County and Sandy Creek. Sign me up for that one.
Yeah, I'm ready to go see what that one's going to be about. It's going to be exciting.
Oh, well, a misdirection play to Grant Geringer, and he gets about 6 on the play. A good tackle there by number 21 on the play. That's Tyron Smith. But we do have an injured Sumter County player, the Jack Houston Memorial Injury Timeout. Well, he's limping off the field, but he looks like he's going to be okay. Now we have a Columbus player that's down as well.
That maybe Geringer. Looks like I can't see him out there now. Maybe like after
possibly
that hit,
Geringer. He might have.
Like both of the guys kind of got hurt on that hit. Just took a couple seconds.
Might have got collided on that hit. With that being said, we'll go ahead and step aside here. 6:42 left to go in the half. 27-0 is your score. Sumter County on top.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
welcome back. Columbus. That was Grant Garinger on the injured play as Mike Fox gets a couple yards on that second down run. He'll bring up 3rd and short.
Yeah, a little third man. Well, that's what Jordan. Columbus is more of a running, even with Smith back there, able to throw the ball. They're more of a running style offense. So staying ahead of the chains, making it 3rd and short, that's kind of their bread and butter. They were able to do that last drive and get all the way down near the goal line, unable to do anything with it after that, though.
Yeah, everything has been underneath. Smith is not the type of quarterback that's going to throw it deep. You don't want to throw it deep on these corners for Sumter County because they are athletes, world-class athletes. But here we go, 3rd down and 3. Play fake. Nope, that's going to be a give to Fox, or not Fox. That's going to be trying to see who was in on that play. It's Ryan Miller with the carry, but it's not going to matter. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Bryson Terry came up and met him in the backfield as soon as he got the ball. Wasn't much he could do with it. That was all 6 foot, 176-pound junior coming up on defense, making the big play for a loss, setting them up now 4th and about 6.
So this Sumter County team, and I know that you had Americus and you had Sumter, but Americus winning a state title in the early 2000s. I don't know if you remember that, but this is the only team in the region that's not a Muskogee County school.
That is true, yeah. So they kind of get that. So that was a lot of traveling back and forth for them. So
yeah, a lot. We live streamed a lot of basketball games last year, and then of course we live streamed the Sumter County Carver game here in Columbus at Otis Spencer. But the region's going to change next year, and so it was fun seeing Sumter County for the last 2 years.
Yeah, I want to see how they're going to do that with the new classifications, people moving up, moving down according to competition instead of just student enrollment. So I want to see how this stuff looks by next year, how the regions are going to be set up.
And I thought they were going to do it off performance-based, and they were going to include all the sports.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, competition-wise,
yeah.
And everything. Yeah, all the sports together. So we'll see who moves up, who moves down, as far as the way the school plays ball.
All right, Zach Wampler is going to be punting this football away to Jaquez Dice, who already has a touchdown reception for Sumter County. Oh, it's a fake! And they're pushing the palm. They're close. It's close to the marker. That was Evan Beyersdorf on a play fake, but it's not going to be enough. What a gutsy call by Coach Peters with the fake punt. Almost got it.
Yeah, you got to figure. I mean, last game of the regular season, you're getting ready to go into the.
Don't want to hold anything back.
Don't hold anything back, Cotton. But 4.5 minutes, you're down 27. I mean, we might as well go for it and just see what happens. So you have nothing to lose at this point.
And Columbus is going to be in the playoffs, but they're playing for seeding.
Yeah.
They want to have the latest bracketology had them as like a 17, 18 seed. They were ranked in according to Max Preps as the 30th ranked team, but you got to take out all the private schools in the 2A bracket. But some of the bracketology had them playing Crisp County in the first round of the playoffs. That'd be an interesting matchup. Former defensive coordinator Carver over there at Crisp.
Oh, good old Justin Newman. He's done a great job at Crisp as well. They started off with a couple losses.
Including Sumter County.
Oh, yeah, and that was a close one. And then
a very close game.
They almost beat Peach County. Then they turned around and beat the number one
team. Beat Fitzgerald. Pierce County.
Yeah, Pierce County was undefeated.
Goodness.
So, I mean, it's Justin Newman doing a good job out there.
That was a big run by Curse on a first down. Jones back to pass. A little dump pattern. Oh, what a catch there by Curse. And Curse gets taken down at about the, 16-yard line for another Sumter County first down.
Yeah, Ishmael Jones was kind of biding his time back there, moving around, he didn't want to tuck the ball and run quite yet, wanted to see if he could find somebody. Curse was just waiting along the sideline for the pass. He dumped it off, took off for about another 15, 20 yards.
I tell you what, this Sumter County team, they have been moving the football at will. As Jones back in the shotgun, handoff is to Curse, but we've got a whistle.
It looks like motion on the play for offense. It's going to set them back 5 yards, but honestly, I don't think the Panthers are going to be too upset about losing 5 yards.
No, not at all. Maybe it gives them a little bit more breathing room.
Yeah. Might give Ishmael Jones a chance to try to find somebody on a crosser.
But, Mike, I got to ask you, you were on that call, the 8-7 game against Carver. Sumter County was leading 7-2 in that game. But could both teams move the football? Because it seemed like both defenses were just physical and wasn't letting anything available.
Oh, the defenses were playing on that night. But what had a big factor in that game was the fact that it was just rainstorm.
Yeah.
The field was muddy. You had people trying to – the only person that really had any kind of success that entire game was Zach Watts on a consistent basis. Seems like everybody else was slipping and sliding.
Well, he's a very special player.
Yeah, he had about 130 yards rushing that game just as a freshman. So.
Yeah, I would like to have seen that game played without the bad weather.
Yeah, that's why I hope to see him in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I'd love to see that play. Just even field, neutral site. That'd be a great, like a semifinal or something.
2nd and 15. That play was broken up by Joel Fajor. Little misdirection and a good job by the Columbus defense, not giving anything to Curse.
Yeah, it looked like Evan Beiersdorf was able to get back there and kind of make the first hit and kind of catch him behind the line of scrimmage. A little bit of aggression from the Columbus defense on that play.
How about Beiersdorf? He was in on that fake punt, and now he's in on a defensive play for the Blue Devils.
And they've got size up there. I mean, you got some good kids that's going to be back next year for Columbus as well, especially on that front. You've got some offensive line. I believe the entire starting offensive line will be back next year from when I was talking to the coaches pregame. Zach Clay, probably the key one, number 75 out there.
Jones in the shotgun. He's got room. There's a little fade route in the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown. Amari Woodard with the touchdown reception. A little back shoulder fade by Ishmael Jones for his second touchdown pass of the game.
Yeah, and Amari Woodard, I mean, he's 6'5", 175, so it's one of those ones you can just toss it up, let him get
I
it.
recognize that name because he's on the basketball team.
You just throw it up in the air, let him go up there and get it, even if he has to high point it. There's not too many DBs that are going to be able to go up there with him.
Yeah, we called many basketball games for Sumter County last year, and Amari Woodward is one of their top players. What a call, too, on a 3rd and 15.
Oh, yeah. Just a little post corner route towards the fade, and easy money right now for Sumter County on that one.
Yeah, they are rolling in this one. 2:18 left to go, and they lead Columbus 34-0. We're going to go and step aside as you're watching Thursday night high school football right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst.
And welcome back to Kinnett Stadium. Mike Frost, Richard Holdridge. It's the last Thursday night football game of the regular season here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. I know. I kind of feel a little bummed out, but hey, we got basketball next week. So
oh, yeah, it doesn't stop.
From one sport to another.
Yeah, and I'm having fun. I mean, you got to think it's football right now. We're in the midst of pretty much the beginning of flag football season for the girls here in Georgia.
Yes, sir.
Alabama's kind of more further along in their season than flag, getting ready for playoffs coming up. But right now you've got flag. You've got the volleyball season's just ended. Softball's right now playing for the state titles. Now we got basketball, wrestling coming up. So it's nonstop for us, but I enjoy every minute of it, especially being around these sports again and kind of getting back into the swing of things here in Muskogee County and the Valley area.
Yeah, a lot of nostalgia, especially for people that grew up in this area. Unfortunately, I did not grow up in this area, but I'm kind of feeling that nostalgia with all of you that went to school here in this area.
Yeah. And there's plenty of stories and plenty of players.
A lot of stories. Oh, little squib kick, and that was a great play by Columbus, Mike Fox. And once again, great field position for the Blue Devils with 2:14 left to go. They got something to work with here. They get in the 2-minute offense and try to get some points before the half.
Oh, yeah, you want to try to do something. I mean, I know it's 34-0 at halftime. You're basically, at this point, it's all about what can you put on film that's going to be positive looking forward to going into the playoffs.
Exactly.
You know, what can you do to end up get your kids ready for the first round? But look, y'all did this against an amazing Sumter County team. What can you do the first round against whoever our opponent's going to be?
Smith, a little pump fake, rolls to the left. And he's going to take off, and Smith has got room down the sideline and gets taken out of bounds at about the 49-yard line.
And James Harper able to catch up with him over there near the sideline, the defensive end at 5'10", 220, showing he's got a little bit of speed too. Catching up with him on about a 6-yard gain there for Smith, using his legs again.
And the clock continues to run for Columbus. 7-2 on the season, taking on Sumter County 8-1. As they get to the line quick. Smith in the shotgun, low snap, play fake, little misdirection to Grant Geringer, and he's got blockers. He's past the marker for the first down, and what a play call. Grant Geringer with a big run to move the chains.
Yeah, he gets down inside of Sumter County territory towards the 42-yard line. He tried to do a little tiptoe dance, get a couple, about 5 or 6 more yards, unable to get it, though. Unfortunately, like for Columbus, I'm guessing with Coach Peters right now, he's probably wanting to make sure some of the kids stay safe. So you could see Rayshawn Glover still on the sideline over here. At this point, he probably got a decent injury, but going into the playoffs, it's already 34-0. No chance, no sense in getting your kids hurt even further.
Yeah, I think that's why Glover's still on the sidelines. Because that is great to see Gavin Brown on the sidelines. That's always a great sign to see. I know he's not in full pads, but there's Fox, and he pushes the pile and gets about 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, Brown had that ankle surgery the day after
the
Midtown showdown against Hardaway when he had his ankle broken. Had surgery the next day. So he's back out there in a boot, supporting his teammates back there on the sideline. Great outside linebacker for Columbus as well. He's going to be a good one next year.
And I thought that was a cool moment that Coach Peters visited him in the hospital, and he saw that picture of the Midtown Showdown trophy and with Gavin Brown in the hospital. That was a really cool moment for him.
Oh, you can tell Coach Peters, he's just a great coach and cares a lot about these kids. It's not, even though wins and losses count and it's huge for any program, he's more about the kids themselves and developing them and being there for them as a coach, rather than just kind of, being that barking coach that's all about W's and L's.
Yeah. That pass completed to Will Seals as the clock continues to run, 29 seconds. They do have 2 timeouts left. When are they going to start using their timeouts? Smith, a little misdirection to Grant Geringer. Geringer's got blockers. Geringer trying to get past the blockers and get to the 25-yard line, still on his feet. 12 seconds. This is where you got to call a timeout, and they do.
Yeah, that's one of those things, too, where Geringer, if he'd have waited about a half a second, Ryan Miller was coming across to make a block in the second level, and he ends up running into the back of Miller as he's blocking the guy. That kind of slowed him down, because if he'd have waited a half second, cut back inside a little bit, could have probably been an easy touchdown for the Blue Devils.
All right, 11 seconds left to go. Do you take a shot in the end zone and try to kick the field goal? I mean, what do you do here with 11 seconds? Not a whole lot of time.
Nah, I mean, at this point, you still got 1 timeout, so you probably, if you don't think you can get to the end zone on this play, 5, 6, 7 seconds, you can hit an out route for about 12, 15 yards, try to get to the sideline or call a quick timeout again. That'll give you 4 seconds, maybe 10 yards from the end zone, give you a chance at another play, because 34-0, 3 points ain't going to really add up to too much.
All right, 11 seconds left to go here in the first half. The big story has been Sumter County with big chunk plays, and they had a defensive touchdown, and they were up 20-0 early in this game. But Columbus has been driving the football. Smith, back to pass. He's got a blocker, and that pass intended for Will Seals is incomplete, or Noah Oliver, rather. And that's going to be second down. And 6 seconds left to go.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to try to kick the field goal here maybe.
Try to get points.
Yeah, just try to get something positive going into the half. 6 seconds left. You weren't able to do anything on that last play to get it any closer. Might as well let them go out there and get them another stat on the board from the big leg at Columbus
From Legatron, Isaiah Virgil, who He missed a field goal in that Spencer game that would have given them a 7-3 deficit. But here's a kick. It's up. It's got the distance, and it's good. So Columbus gets on the board. And, Micah, what was the distance on that field goal?
That was a nice little 41-yard
41-yard field goal. Man, you know your distance. Yeah, that's a chip shot for Legatron. All right, it's 34-3 at the half. Don't forget, we've got the Georgia-Alabama Sports Live halftime update show presented by the Beck Center. Don't go anywhere as you're watching Thursday night high school football.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Glenn Smith Truck Month is here. Get massive savings on GMC Sierras and Canyons. Check them out. Full-size GMC Sierras up to $14,500 off. GMC Canyons up to $5,000 off.
Burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Hula Hands delivers great food.
For work or play, it's Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Silverado and Colorado's ready to roll for Chevy Truck Month. Get going in a powerful new full-size Chevrolet Silverado with discounts up to $13,500 off. Test drive the mid-size Chevy Colorados. Big performance and big discounts up to $5,000 off. People from all over the USA are coming to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Georgia-Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Help nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
And we are at the half. Sumter County leads Columbus 34-3. This is the Georgia Alabama Sports Live halftime update show presented by the Beck Center. And we've got a light action of Thursday night games around the Chattahoochee Valley. We're going to start with a playoff game as Bethlehem Christian is leading Calvary 14-7. That is in the second quarter. As we're going to keep tabs on that one. And then down at Otis Spencer Stadium, we're trying to get a score update. Carver leading Kendrick 35-0. So those are your score updates from around the area. We know that LaGrange is taking on Upson Lee at Callaway Stadium. Trying to get a score update on that one. It's 20-7 at the half. So LaGrange leads against Upson Lee. Don't forget, we got a busy slate of games tomorrow, including the game of the week. Troup County, Sandy Creek. Man, it doesn't get any bigger than that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blast up there. You got, like I was telling y'all earlier before the game, I just, out of curiosity, I went on like 24/7 Sports trying to look at some of the rankings for recruits coming out of Georgia, and the amount of players in that game alone that I saw in that top 150, I was like, oh, this is going to be fun.
And if you remember, Sandy Creek won a state championship a couple years ago, but it was a little controversy with the player that crossed the goal line, but did he or did he not? And then that's where they implemented replay. Cedar Grove was, they felt like they were cheated out of a state championship. But now there's instant replay. So all is well.
Moving up in the high school world.
Yeah, exactly. But we also have Pacelli, first-round playoff game, number 7 seed, taking on Loganville Christian. And that's going to be at Dimel Field. And then we've got Russell County taking on Beauregard in a non-region game.
Yeah, it'll be their regular season finale, getting ready to go 9-1. Huge for Russell County and Coach Griggs.
And they're going to host a home playoff game next week. Next week, we don't know what the schedule is going to be because it's going to be the start of the playoffs. We do know that Brookstone's going to have a home game. Glenwood will have a home game. Russell County will have a home game. With the NFHS network and their rules of live streaming, we're not sure exactly how many playoff games we're going to be able to broadcast.
Yeah, and exactly. And basically all we know is, as far as playoff goes, is we know Brookstone's going to be hosting the winner of that Pacelli.
Yeah, somebody. It could be Brookstone Pacelli, but we'll see.
Yeah, whoever the winner is between Pacelli and Loganville, that's who Brookstone's going to host next week. So,
all right, we got about a minute left to go here at the half, and we were able to hear both bands, and we appreciate that audience from Americus that is watching us, supporting the Sumter County Panthers. A decent crowd. But I tell you what, Mike, I'm impressed with this Columbus crowd. They really, I know it's senior night. I mean, they would show up anyway. But you talk about, okay, Columbus is a high school. They're known for baseball. We know Bobby Howard, the 12 championships, Frank Thomas, Gary Ingram. I mean, you think of all the great Columbus players. Basketball, Sam Mitchell, Mark Upshaw. Their soccer team won a state championship. Their golf team won a state championship. Their volleyball team, softball team, girls basketball won it. I totally forgot about the 2017 Joe Sharon state champion. That just really came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But Columbus being good and relevant at football is a big deal because everybody is a football fan. And I've been impressed with the crowd. They're coming out to support the Blue Devils. They're going to be in the playoffs. But 7-2, a great season.
Oh, yeah. And you got to think right now, like they knew, I believe that after the last few seasons they've had, they knew they weren't ready to make that leap quite yet to reach like Sumter County, Carver level, who are basically, even though Sumter County is just now getting to where they're making the playoffs on a consistent basis with Coach Rogers out there, they've actually built a program out there where it's going to be, they're just going to reload year after year, and Sumter County is going to be in it regardless. So I'm looking forward to seeing what, not just with Columbus now going into the playoffs, who they're going to face.
Yeah.
But like we talked about, I was talking earlier, the offensive line, the entire line's coming back. You've got a lot of returning kids. So you're going to see what kind of growth this Columbus team does from this year to next year as well.
Columbus is going to get the football to start the second half. As we got Ryan Miller and Andrew Smith back to return, and Grant Garinger. And Miller's going to take it at the 5. Miller, he takes up the middle and faces a wall, and he gets to the 25. There's a good stop there by Natil Lewis.
Yeah, the senior running back, linebacker, 6'1", 200, able to come in and make a good collision.
And you see Ryan Miller down on the field. That's the Jack Houston Memorial Hospital injury timeout. And we're going to go ahead and step aside here. Start of the second half here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
And we're back. Start of the second half here. Kinnett Stadium. Columbus with the football. The handoff is to Garinger. And Grant Garinger gets a couple. As again, those misdirection plays trying to fool the Sumter County defense.
Yeah, trying to get them with that wing. It's kind of a variation of the wing T offense, the way they run the ball, even though it's out of the gun. You'll still go double wings. You'll see the counters. You'll see the wing back sweeps and the tosses. It relies on the misdirection, and the key is just the blocking up front to be able to get those shade blocks on.
And Andrew Furtick lined up to that far side. Smith in the shotgun, little play fake, a little bubble screen over to Garinger. Did not get much. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, good play there by the DBs for Sumter County to be able to get up and get him before he can get any kind of forward progress going. Glendon Hill was able to get their number 17 to make the initial hit. It's a lot of speed on that Sumter County defense, so it takes the misdirection in order to get some yards against them. And
no question about it. All right, 3rd down and 10. Empty backfield, 5 wide receiver. Smith, 3-step drop. Rolls to his left, and he's going to take off. And he tippy-toes on the sidelines, close to the first down. Again, it looked like it was just a quarterback draw. There was great coverage, no QB spy. Able to get close to the marker. And I think if you're Columbus, you definitely got to go for it just for morale. But right now, they're going to bring out the punting team.
Yeah, they're about 4 or 5 yards short of getting the first on this one.
So he stepped out of bounds sooner than we thought.
Yeah, he was way back there. He tried to tiptoe, unable to get that 1 foot to stay in bounds, but looks like they're going to kick this one away. And Sumter County able to keep up with the 5 wide for Columbus. They kind of ran more of like a 2-man there and were able to keep up with everybody, and nobody was open downfield.
Yeah, they brought a QB spy, definitely. Line drive punt to Dice. And the Dice man takes it at the 25. And he breaks a tackle, and he's at the 50. He's at the 40, still on his feet. Spin move down to the 35-yard line, but a flag on the play. We also have a Columbus player down.
He's up now, but
he is up.
Looks a little woozy maybe. I'm not sure if it was an injury or just got hit and knocked the wind out of him, but we'll see what this penalty is going to be here.
Well, this Sumter County team, they like to hit hard, like you mentioned, Mike. They could punch you in the mouth.
Oh, definitely.
That's why I felt like I wasn't physically there, but that Carver-Sumter County game must have been like a heavyweight bout. Just two heavyweights just blow for blow, just punching each other in the mouth.
It was. I mean, it was back and forth the whole game. It was 2-0 at the half in favor of Carver off of a bad snap because the weather had a big assist in that one. Second half, it was still 2-0 going into the fourth. And you're like, okay, who's going to get that one big blow? And then Sumter County had the first haymaker with the little screen pass to the left. And we all thought, oh, man, it might be over with. Sumter County's going to pull this one out. Carver came back, and the very next drive did the same thing with another haymaker of their own. It was a heavyweight bout that day. And
oh, man.
I'm waiting to see if they meet in the playoffs on a neutral site, better weather, and just you'll see both teams at 100%.
I'm wondering if they have to put Sumter County on the opposite side of the bracket. So if Carver were to meet Sumter County, it would have to be in the championship.
Yeah, I would hope so, especially with them being 1 and 2 in the region. I see that. That should be what the case is, but we'll see. You never know with the way they rank these things as far as brackets.
By the way, a big region matchup that could determine who's going to be the overall number 1 seed in the 2A bracket. You got Callaway taking on Morgan County.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a good one out there. The Cavaliers out of Callaway, that's a tough one as well. They've been good for quite a few years. That whole area
State
up there,
champion
County, Callaway,
in 2020. Coach Wiggins has been there forever, but you have players like Tank Bigsby, Terry Godwin.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you have other kids that come out of that LaGrange area that are great football players, but
oh my!
The big difference I'd say between the LaGrange and the Columbus schools is LaGrange kind of has, with their middle schools, like a feeder program. Their middle schools run the same style of offense, same style of defense as the high school.
Yep.
So by the time the kids get up there, they already know what they're doing. They can come in, plug and play. Whereas here in Columbus, you got kids that'll go to one middle school with one teammate, and then they'll split up and go to different ones, not because of anything other than maybe just where they lived a couple blocks away from one
Tell me
another.
if this makes sense, Mike. You got a kid that plays at Aaron Cone that plays at Kendrick or Carver.
Yeah, and that's we've got areas where it's like up Weems Road. You could go to Veterans Middle School, which is literally next door to Northside.
Yeah,
and then when you go to high school, it's Hardaway. So I mean, it's so I'm not sure how they divvy up the districts in Muskogee County, but it does kind of slow down the progress of high school sports some, because one, it splits them up between all the amount of schools here, but it also negates the fact that you could have like a feeder program or a middle school that gets those kids ready for that next jump into high school.
All right, second down. Jones still in there at quarterback for Sumter. And the handoff is to Glen Ellen Hill. And he gets a tackle. He's up the sideline. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Sumter County. Glendon Hill. A touchdown run.
And the freshman wide receiver able to get outside. He showed that speed. That's another one of those Darren Sproul type backs it looks like Sumter County has. I mean, he's not a whole lot of height on him, but that kid was quick, elusive, phone book quickness. But it looks like
it might be coming back.
Little block in the back there.
I'll tell you, this freshman wideout kind of reminds me a little bit of Zach Watts at Carver.
Yeah. And that was one of the things, too. You get there's a lot of athletes at that age right now that are coming up in this area, whether it be all the way to Sumter, all the way to Macon, you'll see some of them, and LaGrange. Freshman kids coming in, being able to start on varsity and really make a big impact. So you can look forward to 3 more years of these kids.
It's clear that this Sumter County team is a top 5 team in 2A. If they are awarded the 9th seed, the question is, how far can they advance in the playoffs?
Yeah, exactly. I believe they can go into somebody else's house and beat them.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's right up to Amari Woodard. He already has a touchdown today. Woodard is at the 10, bumbling out to the 7, and a big chunk play and another first down for Sumter County.
Yeah, just athleticism on display there. He was able to get in the middle of the zone, kind of sit down. You had a couple of the safeties following deep, so he was able to get up underneath, get to the second level, sit down, squat, catch it, cut up field, make a couple people miss, but unfortunately unable to keep his balance and get into the end zone.
It's going to be a first and goal for the Panthers. Jones with already 2 touchdowns today. Jones is in the shotgun. High snap. And the handoff is to Curse. Gets a couple of yards on the play.
Yeah, Fox able to get in there and make the initial hit. Cleaned up on the defensive tackle. That was a good play there by Zachariah Clay as well, the 6'2" D tackle. So they were able to make some kind of progress on the defensive side, stop him on a first down run.
So, Mike, they've been known as Sumter County for about 3 years now. I remember they used to be called America's Sumter back in 2022. But, yeah, a long time ago they used to be 2 high schools. Jones, little fade route. That's incomplete. Intended for Woodard. Good coverage on the play by number 4, Kurt McElhaney. He gets some high fives from his teammate. That was good coverage. That was Usain Bassi-like for Columbus.
Yeah, and it was a good route, good coverage on that one. Just thrown just a little bit behind him. Seems like Jones just missed him off a hair. But, again, good coverage to stay on the back of Woodward there and make it a good play, causing 3rd and goal now. Yeah,
one thing about Columbus, they may not have the depth of Carver, but they do have athletes.
Oh, yeah.
And we have seen that in previous Columbus football teams. Jones, little pump fake. He's going to take off, throw in the end zone. Back in the end zone, touchdown, Sumter County. Aaron Curse with a touchdown reception in the back of the end zone, and that's the 3rd touchdown pass for Ismail Jones.
And I believe that's the 2nd one of the day for Curse. He had the scoop and score earlier.
Yeah, he had the scoop and score. So he's got a defensive touchdown and a touchdown reception. Possible early candidate for Alex Quinney All-State good hand? I don't know. You got Ismail Jones with 3 touchdown passes.
Yeah, and he's made a couple good receptions out of the backfield as well, coming from running back, getting able to get open. He kind of called that one. You can see him in the back of the end zone telling Ismail Jones throw it high. And he had his hand up in the air, and Ismail Jones just tossed it up. Curse was able to go up and get it for the touchdown there to make it a 40-point ball game now.
4:53 left to go in the 3rd, and Sumter County leads Columbus by a score of 41-3. We'll step aside as you're watching Thursday night high school football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers, for old friends. Coca-Cola, for everyone.
And welcome back. Don't forget to listen to Sports Visions tomorrow, 92.1 FN. I'm going to be running solo. We're playing best ofs, but, you know, I bring it in and give all the score updates. But I'll be filling in for DJ and Thrift tomorrow on Sports Visions, 92.1 FM.
Yeah, I think I saw where DJ's going to be down in Jacksonville.
Oh, he's already there.
Cocktail party.
He's already at do they still call it the world's largest outdoor cocktail party? I
don't think if they do officially, but everybody still calls it that.
It's the Georgia-Florida game.
Yeah.
Florida is going to get the kitchen sink at Georgia. They're only a 7.5-point underdog. I think that game's going to be a lot closer than people think.
Yeah, that one's going to come down to how DJ Lagway plays because the defense at Florida is great regardless. So it's going to come down to quarterback play in Jacksonville Saturday.
I tell you, I was really pulling for Billy Napier. I wanted to see him succeed. I'm a big fan of his. His brother, Matt Napier, is the head coach at LaGrange. A lot of great coaching blood in that family. And wish Billy Napier the best of luck. He's going to be an offensive play caller somewhere.
Oh, yeah, he's not going to be jobless for long. That's
he's going to get a job somewhere, even if it's at an FCS school, FBS. Handoff is to Fox. Oh, what a tackle. A great play by trying to get his number. That is number 5 for Sumter County, Donovan Minter, who we've called his name a couple times tonight.
Yeah, he flies around back there at the middle linebacker position. He's able to get out there. We've seen it with the speed at linebacker for Sumter County. You've had outside linebackers come from one side of the field, chase all the way to the other for basically tackles for loss. I mean, there's a lot of athleticism on that Panther defense.
It's a 2nd down and 10, so it was no gain on the play. Andrew Smith in at quarterback. A little misdirection, and that give is over to Geringer and did not get much. Might have lost a yard on the play.
Yeah, that was a good play out wide by the Sumter County. I keep wanting to say American Sumter. By the Sumter County defense, been able to contain and make him cut it back up inside where the rest of the defense was. That's been one of the things Columbus has been able to do running the ball on those misdirections, get outside. Nobody's outside to contain, so they're able to get to the sideline, maybe get a cut up for about 5 more yards. That way they were able to get contained, cut them back inside, no gain on that one.
And that will bring up 3rd and 10. Smith, little play fake, rolls to the right. He's got blockers, long pass, incomplete. And that was not catchable. That was intended for Grant Garinger, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, on the coverage on that one was Tyron Smith. Again, another freshman DB for Sumter County. Seems like the front 7 is where all the upperclassmen are, and the DBs are there's a lot of underclassmen in the DB position for Sumter.
Yeah, you got depth, and here's Jaquez Dice, because I've called him the Dice Man, because he already has a touchdown reception. I'm not going to say he's going to be giving us nursery rhymes, but I'm saying that he's the Dice Man. Call it what you want. No, hey. That punt was almost blocked. That was a great punt, and Dice is actually going to take it at the 10. And he turns up the sideline. He's at the 20, and he gets yanked out of bounds. That is probably, that's a horse collar. That's going to be a horse collar on number 47, Micah McGee. And it's going to tack on an extra 15 yards.
Yeah, it seems like a little bit of frustration after that play right there. And you kind of heard it last time on that last big play, on the last pass from Columbus, when the DB pushed the receiver. He ended up sliding out of bounds. A lot of people kind of took offense to that, but he was in bounds when he made the play and hit him. So now it's kind of begrudgingly got a little bit worse between plays after that horse collar.
And I do want to say, Mike, if you don't think Sumter County is going to come in here and run up the score, you got another thing coming.
Oh, yeah.
It's about style points. You want to get the highest seed possible, and Sumter County wants to come in and make a statement. They've put up at least 50 points in every team in this region minus Carver.
Oh, yeah, and you think about it right now with the way GHSA does the playoffs. You got 4A, 5A, 6A all play by region seeding, whereas single A, double A, triple A do the power rankings. So the wider the score, as far as, style points, like you say, the bigger the score, the more help it gets you in those power rankings as well. So that's what they're trying to do, make sure they get, if they're not going to get one of those top 8 seeds because of the region winners, then they want to make sure they get that 9th.
And I don't know how the bracketology works. I love bracketology. I take bracketology 101 as an elective in college.
I'm no Lenardi, but I try to
I'm no Joe Lenardi. Me neither. But I love how in bracketology for high school football, you see people sharing their brackets because they know what regions play which. The first place team is going to play the 4th place team.
Yeah.
Well, that's in 4A and above. But 3A and below, it's the power ranking. So you have many different scenarios.
Oh, yeah.
The latest bracket I saw that Columbus was going to play Crisp County, and if the winner of that game would play the winner of Carver, and they're playing like the 30th ranked team.
Yeah.
So we could end up seeing Carver, Crisp County, or even Carver, Columbus in the second round.
Yeah, and if the Columbus ends up playing Crisp, that means they're going to travel out there to
Cordeal.
Yeah.
To go see the Justin Newman and that dark side defense. He's now the head coach over there.
He's got plenty of experience from beating Columbus in baseball when he played at Shaw and everything. So he's another great one. I've coached with Newman before. He's a great guy. And I'm glad he's getting some success down there in Crisp County.
Absolutely.
He earned it.
All right, Jones, little pump fake, little screen pattern, incomplete. That was intended for Glendon Hill. Remember, Glendon Hill had that touchdown that was called back. And, of course, man, we need to get a camera on that. The kids rolling down the hill, a tradition like none other.
Even the kids from Sumter come all the way down here, and they're like, we're hitting that hill.
You get that on our side, but you never see it on our side. The kids will roll down the hill on our side, but you see that on the visitor side, and that is a sight to see.
I remember even being 30 years ago in school and seeing people bringing cardboard to the games just so they can go down that hill.
Come on now. Jones feeling the pressure. And he gets taken down for the big sack. That was number 74, Lazarus Feggins.
Yeah, that's another one of those big bodies up front for Columbus that'll be back next year along with, that whole line. But Fagan's able to get back there and chase him down, show some speed for a big man. Between him and Zach Clay up front, that's going to be a dominant duo on the defensive line for Columbus next year.
Yeah, you talk about how young this Columbus team is. Yeah, they do have seniors, but they do have some players that are going to be back next year, and I expect this Columbus team to be just as competitive next year. As Jones airs it out, wide open is Dice. The Dice man cometh with the touchdown. Hey, how do you like that touchdown?
He pretty much told him right there, hickory dickory dock, look at the scoreboard and the clock. It's 47-3, baby.
And the fourth touchdown for Ishmael Jones, second touchdown reception for Jacques Dice, and it is 47-3. And we talked about Sumter County wanting to run the score up in this. You got a quarterback that likes to air it out in Ishmael Jones. They're ready. They feel like they're state championship contenders.
Oh yeah, I was talking to Coach Will Rogers before the game out on the field. He said, "I think this is a team where we can take it all the way. That's our whole plan. It ain't just to make the playoffs. It isn't just to get to the second and the third round. It's to win the whole thing." And I believe they definitely have the talent to do so.
It is now 48-3. That was the start of the fourth quarter. And they do have the running clock. But we're going to go ahead and step aside here as you're watching Thursday Night High School Football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Even though I'm away at college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
And welcome back here to Kinnett Stadium. It's Mike Frost. It's Richard Holdridge for the final time in the regular season.
At least just for football.
For this game, for football. But
yeah,
I can't wait to call some basketball games with you, Mike. I know that you're excited about basketball season coming up.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready for some rim rocking, baby. I like to be inside those gyms. It's just a different atmosphere, especially a couple of these gyms around here locally. You go inside, and it's like just electric the entire time. People are on their feet. It's loud. Something about being inside and kind of compact just makes it crazy.
There's a kickoff. Andrew Smith. He already has a kickoff return for a touchdown this year. That was against Hardaway in the Midtown Showdown. Can he do it again? Oh, and he could not get out of the tackle. A shoestring tackle by Sean Mann.
Yeah, that was a big one there. He was able to just dive out and just get to the feet and kind of knock the ankles of Smith and be able to get him down on the ground around the 30-yard line. But looks like another Blue Devil on the ground now.
Yeah, we got the Jack Houston Memorial Hospital injury timeout, so we're going to step aside as you're watching Thursday Night High School Football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
we are back. The injured player was Evan Beiersdorf. Low snap, and there's a little misdirection over to Grant Geringer, and loses the football, but the refs did whistle the play dead.
Yeah, it seems like Sumter County's come up after the first half when Columbus was able to kind of move the ball on those misdirection plays out of the wing. They've come up with some adjustments at the half, being able to stop them, staying out wide, keeping contained so that they can't get too far. So just a 1 yard gain on what was essentially an easy 7 or 8 in the first half.
And you got to think of the wins here, Mike. Columbus has been able to move the football in the Sumter County defense. The question is, they just haven't been able to stop them on defense.
Oh, that is, yeah, especially. And then it's one of the things, too, is like being able to, against the Sumter County defense that's really been great all season long and able to sustain drives and keep moving it.
Yeah.
That's one of the things you have to do against Sumter because they're not going to give up the big plays.
No,
they're
not
fine
at all.
with you trying to get 5 and 7 on little dink and dunk pops and stuff like that, but they're going to be like, look, you're going to have to do a 13-play drive in order to score on us.
You're going to have to earn it.
Yeah.
Kind of like what Columbus was able to do on that first possession against Carver. It was 7-7 going into the second quarter.
Yep. Yeah, they can move the ball. It's just with that style of offense, you have to be consistent. One bad play can cost you an entire drive if it puts you behind the sticks.
Smith, little misdirection and going nowhere, and a big stop for a loss on the play by number 50, Tyquan Davis. Another one of those freshman defensive players that big play on the tackle, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and getting some playing time here, especially in the fourth quarter. But like we were just saying with that offense, I mean, you go from 3rd and 2 to basically 4th and 7, making it basically an unattainable first down at this point with the way the defense for Sumter County has been playing. So punting now, running clock. So now at this point it's just going to be a matter, does Sumter County want to try and score again or just try to turn this thing down?
Well, and they have scored at least 50 points in every game in this region besides Carver. And Columbus would try to hold them to 48. That would be a big win for them. There's a low snap. There's a line drive punt. That's a beauty. That gets past the receiver and takes a friendly bounce, and it goes out of bounds at the 11-yard line. And that's where Sumter County will take over with a running clock and 6:37 left to go. I was not going to say it. Come on. How many times on the broadcast do we accidentally say those two numbers together?
I try not to. And the bad thing is when I talk to people now, my brother is that height. So I can't say.
He's hyped.
I say my brother, I can't say how tall my brother is or else everybody starts going crazy. So, but yeah, it's one of those things now where let's see. Because it seems like the way, especially after that last drive, Sumter County's offense coordinator has kind of that Bobby Bowden, Steve Spurrier mentality where it's like, look, it's not my job to stop me. That's your job to stop me. So I'm going to see if he's going to try to put another one in the end zone here late in this fourth quarter.
Well, you remember like the University of Miami said, if you don't like us dancing in the end zone, then keep us out of the end zone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I've always been a proponent of that. I love watching that style of play.
And there's a big tackle by Furtick.
Be able to get up. That's the 6-foot senior able to make a good play and keep him along that line of scrimmage. Not much gain on that one at all, if at all.
Yeah, great tackle. And if you're wondering, that last name sounds familiar, well, Furtick is the new softball coach at Columbus. I'm wondering if that's her son, probably. But yeah, they were on the doorstep of making it to South Commons. They just got upset by Callaway. Oh, stumbled. And it's going to bring up 3rd down.
And it looks like they went with some of the younger guys back there. It looks like Kareem Brown at quarterback now for Sumter County. So they went with the backups on this one, just kind of running the ball, letting this thing churn down now at this point.
Yeah, I think Sumter is satisfied with getting out of here with a win, 48-3.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think at this point they're wanting to run up the score. They still got to keep their players healthy, especially trying to make a deep playoff run.
And you got the playoffs next week as well. So yeah,
playoffs.
Talking about playoffs?
Yeah, we're talking about playoffs.
Lord, I mean that means this has gone by quickly.
It has.
About playoffs.
Meanwhile, Calvary is playing Bethlehem Christian right now. The latest score we got after one, Bethlehem Christian was leading 14-7. We'll try to get a better score update. Winner will take on Stratford Academy over there in Macon.
And I watched them last week. They had their running back. They lost their starting running back.
They did.
Come in with 1,300 yards this season. But they had a freshman playing last week when I was at that game, and that kid is the truth.
Plug and play.
Yes,
that's all they do.
He looked like he was about 5'11", about 240 pounds as a freshman, and he could run and hit. I was impressed by them.
Well, Sumter's going to punt the football away. Columbus is going to get it in good field position. Back to return this punt is pretty much the all-world Andrew Smith, who plays offense, defense, special teams. He does everything on the team. But first, we will get a timeout.
And I'm kind of curious to see if we'll see Mr. Peters in at quarterback. I've seen him jogging up and down the sideline right now.
Possibly the future of Columbus.
Yeah, the sophomore quarterback backing up Mr.
Robert
Smith.
Peters.
Yeah,
yes.
Son of the coach, but we'll see. A lot of times, I don't think with Coach Peters we'll have to worry about him being one of those types of coaches. This kid's actually going to have to earn it, you know.
Yeah, but I love seeing, like, coach's son. You always see that, and they know how hard they need to work to earn that starting job. He did come in some garbage time, and looks like it's going to be the next starting quarterback for the Columbus Blue Devils.
Oh, yeah, and the coach's sons, like, they come in with especially if they're a quarterback of some sort and they're the head coach's son, they have a different mentality about them. It's more of leadership, more of learning.
Yeah.
And like you watch, I mean, I hate to bring it up, but like you think of Ty Simpson, whose dad is a head coach in college up in Tennessee, who sat behind everybody, waited 2-3 years to get his spot, didn't try to transfer, didn't go anywhere, but very smart kid, level head on his shoulders, good leader.
Oh, and Smith gets taken down by number 15, Natil Lewis. He just yanked him down, couldn't get anything on that. And with 3 minutes left to go, Columbus, will we see Peters in at quarterback?
I see him out there, number 15.
Number 15, it is Robert Peters.
Get a little bit of a look at the future here. Smith will be graduating this year. So we'll see if Peters, going into next year, this is going to be his little bit of a time to get a little varsity action, trying to win that job going into the spring and next summer.
And by the way, I can't call a Columbus football game without shouting out my guy, number 50 over there, T. Franklin, who's honored on senior night. As there's the handoff to Grant Geringer. And I say that because his mom knows that I call Columbus games, and I want to make sure to give him a shout-out. He's had an outstanding career as a Columbus Blue Devil.
Oh, yeah, and that's what we're about while we're out here anyway, is those kids. The kids, and we also like to make mama happy.
Yeah, so got to make the parents happy. That's the whole purpose of why we do what we do.
Oh, yeah. It's not for accolades or anything like that. It's to get these kids out here, let everybody hear about them, because other than that, you think about it, and I've thought about it working with you guys. I mean, 30 years ago when I was in school, the newspaper covered every high school religiously.
Yes, sir.
And everybody got the paper because there was an article on every game. There was an article on every player with big plays and stats, and you just don't see that anymore. So now with you guys out here and me joining in and being lucky enough to work with you guys, it's kind of bringing back these kids to the forefront and getting them back to where they hear their names called. They're talked about, rather than just having to search them up every time.
I tell you, if we had an MVP on defense, I mean, obviously Aaron Kirsch with the scoop and score, but Donovan Minter, he's been in on just about every tackle. He's going to be a great middle linebacker somewhere at the next level.
Oh, yeah, he's fun to watch. He's strong. He's fast. He doesn't play too much. I mean, you see some linebackers at a high school level kind of tip-tap before they make a decision. As soon as he sees where the ball's going, he's gone. First step, big play, big hitter.
Low snap, and the handoff is to Geringer, and he gets a couple of yards on the play. Well, Mike, we're going to have to name an Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game, and we got quite a few candidates.
Yeah, we do. I mean, like you said, you brought up earlier, I mean, Aaron Kearse, you've got Jacques Dice.
We got the Dice Man.
Omari Woodard's made a great catch, a great couple catches for America's Sumter County tonight.
But we made a decision, and the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands player of the game is going to be Ishmael Jones with the 4 touchdown passes. So congratulations to Ishmael Jones from Sumter County. That's going to go to 9-1. Oh, here we go. We got Legatron coming out for a long field goal. The snap, the kick,
and it's
going to be short.
Yeah, that was a 54-yard attempt there. He tried to get.
You know what? Try to do it because we saw him kick a 50-yarder. I think that for college scouts, that's something that you definitely want to see. But Columbus, well, here, if anything, this is the lowest amount of points that Sumter County has scored against a team in this region minus Carver. So Sumter County comes in and beats Columbus 48-3 to push their record to 9-1. They're a championship contender.
Oh, yeah.
We expect them to make a deep run in the playoffs. Columbus goes to 7-3. They've lost 2 games in a row, but Columbus, one of their greatest seasons they've had in over a couple of decades, and they are going to the playoffs, and we wish them the best of luck in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, and right now, I mean, you look at the rankings instead of going by the seeding coming into this game, Columbus was still ranked ahead of Spencer by about 6 spots.
Just by a little, yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, if they can still kind of maintain that edge, even with the 48-3 loss, we'll see what Spencer does this weekend as well.
Yeah, they play Hardaway tomorrow.
Okay, so
we also have Shaw taking on Jordan. I mean, we still got one more day, and it's going to be a Halloween special tomorrow. I hope you get your kids trick-or-treating at 5 o'clock in the afternoon because we got some high school football games we got to do. I know I'll be out there 6 o'clock making sure that the kids get their trick-or-treating in, and then I'll probably be headed to do the scoreboard show.
Maybe security will let me sneak some Reese's into the game tomorrow.
There you go. All right, don't forget, we've got the game of the week tomorrow. Troup County, Sandy Creek, Thrift Manager Mike Frost. They're going to be on the call. We've got Russell County and Beauregard, and we've got Pachali taking on Loganville Christian. Dave Plata on the call with Austin Allen. Man, that's been a dynamic duo down there. But, man, I tell you, we've had fun. Mike, is this the first game that you and I have called together?
I believe so. There was one game, I believe, where I had to do play-by-play while you produced, but this is the first game where we've actually been able to do it.
Yeah, you were the play-by-play guy. Yeah. I was the color guy for Calvary Tatnall. But, wow. So, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I had fun. I had a blast.
Oh, yeah. It's always enjoyable, man. I like working with you guys. I like working with you. It's fun being out here watching football and being able to talk football and being around these kids and being around these atmospheres and kind of watching these kids grow throughout the season. That's always fun as well.
Absolutely. Want to thank our producer, Chris Gates, cameraman, Louis Sandville. For Mike Frost, I'm Richard Holdridge saying so long from Kinnett Stadium. Once again, Sumter County wins against Columbus 48-3 to push their record to 9-1. And Columbus, both teams headed for the playoffs. Next week, we have no idea who they're going to play in the playoffs, but we know they're both going to be in the playoffs. Yeah. Thank you for tuning into the broadcast, and we'll see you tomorrow as we have another action-packed high school football triple header tomorrow on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Good night, everybody, and we'll see you next time.